Welcome to the Prime Life Project podcast, a place to help you unlock your full potential, both mentally and physically, to become the best version of you. Welcome back to another episode of the Prime Life Project podcast, a place to help you both mentally and physically become the best version of you. Today we've got Thursday Thoughts. For those of you that are new listeners, Thursday Thoughts is just a shorter version of the episode, which is released every single Thursday, where I talk about things that I'm heard in my life or maybe seen on Instagram or something like that, and I kind of just pick it apart in a really short inspirational soundbite for you. And then we've got the full-length episode that comes out every single Tuesday, and that is the main one when I've got my guests, or it's just me basically just going over some coachings for you guys to really sort of deep dive some information. But again, got some really good guests that have come out recently, and I hope you will agree as well. So before we get started, if you take any value from today's episode, please don't forget to like and share it with a friend. Help us to spread the word, to help as many people as possible. Also, if you're listening on Apple Podcast or Spotify, if you could do myself and my team a huge favor, if you are taking value from these and also the full-length episodes, if you could please leave us a review, that'd be awesome. So on Apple Podcast, it's really easy to do. You'll see it at the top of the screen, and on Spotify as well. You'll see if you go back onto the podcast main homepage, you'll see there's a little star button. So if you could do that for me, that'd be absolutely awesome. Really do appreciate it. And you can do it while you're listening to me talk right now. That would be phenomenal. Thank you very much. So today, I've got a picture which I'm going to put up on screen. So if you're watching this on Spotify or if you're watching this on YouTube, you'll see the picture pop up. But if not, I will try and describe it for you. So in this picture, it's from an illustrative artist called Ullustration on Instagram. And it's essentially someone, again, her like artwork is that cool stuff that you see these amazing people do where they're kind of using their iPads and stuff. It looks fantastic. So you've got a lady swimming through the sea, which has basically been parted. So she's swimming through this parted sea, and there's a quote that comes across it, and it says, "Some storms come to clear your path. Some storms come to clear your path." So I'm just going to break that down. Again, excuse me if you're watching me on video, keep scratching my eye, got something in my eyes, but we're going to carry on. The show must go on. So let's kind of break this down. So the way that I'm sort of want to go with this is like that sometimes we are holding on to people, situations and things that are no longer serving us. And then essentially what happens here is the universe basically wants better for us. The universe wants us to grow, and what it'll do is it'll cause situations where you're kind of forced to let go. That storm's going to come to clear that path for you to get something better. Like we're stuck on that person. We've all been there where maybe an ex, it may be just something or a situation, a thing, whatever it is, and we're fixated and it's bringing us down. We're dampening our own shine. We're doing it to ourselves. But then the universe will come along and it really wants us to grow. The universe always wants us to grow. It wants us to get better. It wants us to become this best version of ourselves to the fullest expression we possibly can. So what it will do is it will get that thing out of our way, and it will cause this big uprising, this storm. It can seem quite chaotic, but then out of that comes that clear path where that person, that thing, or that situation is no longer obstructing you from being that best version of yourself. The analogy that I use with this is, imagine right now, you're, again, whether you're watching me or listening, you can understand this analogy. Imagine you're holding a football or a basketball. So you're holding a basketball with two hands in front of you. That is this situation that you're holding on to right now. Now imagine that basketball, you're really attached to it and you really like this basketball, but it's really old, it's really battered, and it's no longer serving you. And in my hands, and I'm the universe in this analogy, I've got this amazing new, like, I don't know, crystal, like flashing, like basketball that's absolutely incredible. And I'm here like, I want to give you this ball, but you've got to let go of that old battered ball that's not serving you anymore. You've got to let it go. And that's basically what the universe is trying to do. It's trying to create a situation where things become a bit chaotic, where again, that storm comes, it can knock your band a bit, but then you're letting go of that old ball, and then the universe can throw you this new amazing ball, which you didn't even realize you needed. I've been in a situation before when it comes to MacBooks. So I remember when I first, I've got MacBook Air here. I had my old MacBook Air, and that old MacBook Air, I basically built the Prime Life project from that MacBook. So I actually brought this MacBook Air, and I did not open it for 2 weeks. So bearing in mind how much MacBook Airs cost, I spent this money on it, and it wasn't exactly like I was cash rich at that time, but I was so attached to this old MacBook, I did not want to open this brand new MacBook Air that I just spent money on. And then as soon as I made the jump, I was like, what on earth was I doing? It was so much faster. Everything I was doing, like, it was just effortless. It was seamless. It was fantastic. I thought to myself, wow, I just needed to let go of that old thing. Again, it served its purpose. Again, it's done some amazing things for me, but it then wasn't helping me become that version of me that I needed to. Or this thing here, this picture, the quote, "Some storms come to clear your path," could be talking about something internally. Because sometimes, again, we have to go through struggles to grow. We can't just expect life to be nice and easy. And we're growing anyway, don't get me wrong. Like we're moving and we're developing, but maybe not in the direction that we want to. And sometimes we've got to go through that internal conflict. We've got to go through that internal turmoil, that internal battering. We've got to be knocked down in order for us to realize, actually, I wasn't on the right path. I wasn't growing in the direction I wanted to. I wasn't leading the life that I wanted to. So that storm had to come to clear the path for you to realize you were going the wrong way. You knew you were going the wrong way, but you weren't doing anything about it. So the universe just handed you something right there. And there's a really good quote like this: iron is forged in the fire. Iron is forged in the fire. So you're going to find out about yourself, about your character, about what you're made of through those hard times. So the other quote I think I've used a few times on the podcast: smooth seas don't make for good sailors. So the universe is giving you this thing. It's giving you this storm to be like, let's just see what you're made of. Because it knows that you can handle it. The universe will never give you anything that you can't handle. And if you can just look at these situations and these challenges and say, what is this challenge actually trying to teach me? It just completely reframes that struggle. And it's very, very hard to do it in the moment. I'm not saying for a single second I'm expecting you to go through these storms and straight away be able to say, what's this teaching me? However, if you can get into the habit of thinking like that, if you get into the habit of changing your thinking, rather than getting stuck in that mindset of, why me? Why is this happening? You're asking the wrong questions. You're asking very disempowering questions. Well, actually, if you ask, right, universe, what is this trying to teach me? Who is this helping me become? What amazing opportunity is going to be on the other side of this struggle? Because I've used this example before about my depression, saying depression is the best thing that ever happened to me. Because I was going down the wrong path. I was growing and developing, but not into the person that I knew I could be. And again, look back at it now, it's maybe 8 years ago when I went through that. But look at what I've achieved now. Look at the people I'm helping. Like, I get some fantastic feedback from you guys, from the podcast, again, from the Instagram stuff I'm doing, from the clients, from the school students I'm going into. I'm actually able to really make an impact on people's lives. I've now got a message that can help people. I can genuinely help people from a genuine place of knowing this information is going to help you if you're struggling. But I never would have had that if I'd carried on that path. The storm came to clear that path for me. And I look, what was that challenge trying to teach me? That big challenge there, that depression was trying to teach me. All of this stuff, I look back at it, I was repeating the same patterns and the same mistakes since secondary school. And I was not learning my lesson. So the universe was saying to me, right, you really need to feel this storm. This is going to have to be a big storm. It's going to really shake you up. And if you come through the other side, here's the amazing stuff that's going to happen. Here's the path that's going to be forged for you. And it was helping me become this version of me that I knew was there. I just had no idea how to express it. I had this belief about my reading. I can't read. I can't do this. And again, remember, it's not who we think we are that holds us back. It's who we think we're not. And I didn't think I was good enough. I didn't think I was smart enough. I had all these things. I'm not. I can't. I won't. I shouldn't. But then when you're faced with no other choice, the universe is saying, come on then, what are you made of? You've got to trust the process. Trust the process. Trust that life is happening for you, not to you. And if you can just make that shift, this is happening for me. I don't know why. And in the moment right now, it sucks and it's painful and I'm not enjoying this. I don't like this. I want to get out of this. Just know that it's happening for you. And it may not be straight away that this happens, but even if it's a year later, you will be able to look back at this situation and be like, wow, that's where this all started for me. And when you're in that storm, it can become chaotic. But what do? You just keep moving forward. You lean into it. You take that one step at a time. That's all you can do. Don't get overwhelmed. Just one step, one step, one step, one step. And most importantly, back yourself. Because I guarantee you, you've been through worse situations than this. You've been through worse situations than this, and you are still here. And you will overcome this too. And don't forget, there's some amazing resources out there for you. Some amazing people you can reach out to. You can always reach out to me on Instagram, Daniel_James_coaching. And some of you guys do, and very much appreciate it when you do. I'll always try and point you in the right direction or give some guidance where I can. That's all I've got for you guys today. I hope that this episode has been useful to you. I'm going to put the picture up and the link to the artist in the show notes below. Enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll see you on Tuesday for the full-length episode. Take it easy.